Woman falsely claims a man who can't walk assaulted her, kicked in her door, and ran away.
College Park police respond to a home in June 2024.
Oh, thank God.
All right, how you doing?
After Catherine Jensen says her ex-boyfriend attacked her minutes before they arrived.
So, what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out. Tried to get the keys from my hand of my truck.
A few moments later.
She said I kicked in the door.
And why is that a problem?
Because I'm in a wheelchair. And have been for 25.
Oh, this is crazy. Lost it.
Years.
A few moments later.
God. So, might need to call the district attorney's office, because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in.
News now at 7. A Metro Atlanta Police Department now under fire for how it investigated an alleged attack and home invasion.
So
Oh,
a
this
woman
is
says a
crazy.
man kicked down a door and chased her down the street. And when police find the man, he's in a wheelchair. Let's talk about it.
Nah, this is crazy, Chad. This is crazy.
Our story starts on January 15th, 2024. A woman named Catherine Jensen is filing a sworn complaint at the College Park Police Department. Now, she's alleging her ex, Charles Reed, kicked in her door, choked her, chased her down the street.
He rolling. Come here. I'm not done with you. Rolling is.
In a violent home invasion.
Oh, thank God.
All right, how you doing?
After Catherine Jensen says her ex-boyfriend attacked her minutes before they arrived.
So, what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out. Tried to get the keys from my hand of my truck.
So he grabbed you by your neck?
Handle him myself. I'm too small.
You say he kicked the door in?
He did.
Now, after that interview, Catherine gave police a very, very, very detailed description.
I still remember the call on June 15th.
Wow.
I got a call about a lady from 4111 Fredericksburg.
She should be locked up, no? Like, let's say he wasn't in a wheelchair. Let's say he actually walked. But, like, what if he went to jail for this and he didn't even do anything? Like, bro, that gotta be, like, illegal, right? That's actually crazy.
And, so basically she was like, and when I got to the house, the front door was kicked in, and I think she was like hiding by the garage or something. And she comes out and she's bleeding from her arm. Her neck is bruised up and everything. She's like, my ex-boyfriend who we broke up 2 days ago just entered my home and attacked me. And then after that, I asked her, hey, you know, have y'all lived together? Yeah, we used to live together at this address. Do you have any of his information? He gave me his
Like,
name.
it's funny right now because he's in a wheelchair. It's comical. You know what I mean? We know he can't, but, like, she just flat out lied, bro. That's scary, bro. Oh, my God.
Spelled it out, gave me a description, told me what he looked like, ran it through.
That's
NCRC,
life ruining.
It matched, and then I was like, "Is this him?" She was like, "Yes, that's him."
Now, the man she identified was Charles Reed. He's 41 years old and he's a paraplegic. He's been in a wheelchair for about 25 years because of an accident he had as a teenager.
Yeah, that's.
And you say you have no recollection of who she is?
I have absolutely no idea who that is. Yeah, certainly haven't forced my way into anybody's house.
Because she was able to provide us with your exact information and a description of how you.
What the?
I truly have no idea who that is. Like.
How did she get all that information?
Doctors or whatever the case may be, your chiropractor or whoever it is, that shows that you've been in that wheelchair, then that would make it hard to prove that you forcefully entered that woman's home. So if you get those documents in order, you could bring those with you when you go to your first appearance.
She never met the dude?
To your bond hearing or whatever the case may be, and we'll figure it out. But as of this moment, I will have to place you under arrest. Do you have any weapons, anything sharp on you, anything of that nature?
No, I cannot.
How is he being arrested? This is what I'm talking about, bro. How does that make sense? Chat, this is crazy.
Like, can I pee and stuff? Like,
You'll be able to pee. I'm gonna take you right downstairs. You're not even going anywhere.
This is crazy.
It's crazy to me. Like,
What kind of car do you have?
My Hyundai.
A random girl that he never even met can accuse him of kicking down the door, choking her, and chasing her. He physically can't move from the wheelchair and he's getting arrested. On God, he needs to sue. Chris, this is crazy, bro.
That gray Hyundai Sonata? Yeah. All right, no problem. Sure.
See, like, if it was someone like me, if I'm in a wheelchair, I might be able to kick down the door. Kick isn't probably the word. I'll headbutt that mother. I'm coming in there. I said, where's my money? Get my wheelchair. You know what I mean? But like, dude, look at him. He's 40 years old. He never met the girl at all. That's crazy.
Do me a favor, put your hands out. Unfortunately, it is.
Why are you putting him in cuffs? He can't go anywhere.
Is this a joke? My wife? Like,
you'll get a phone call when you get downstairs.
Confused, and me too, bro. Because what the oh, I would sue though. Out that.
Do me a favor, lift your hands up. Above your head, please.
I don't have muscle control.
Okay, that's fine.
it's not like
This is crazy.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going straight to hell. Lock that thug up. I'm so sorry, you.
So now this cop, who is a total idiot, is going to leave this man on the floor for a couple of minutes until a cop who has a brain.
No, this is so up. W cop, bro. This cop is the GOAT. I can't believe this is serious though.
Comes and says, hold on, something is wrong here.
I was waiting for the paramedics to come here right next door, so. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. You need to go to Brady Hospital.
Oh, he is suing out that police department.
He's been in a wheelchair for a while. It's on the chest. Broke into your house. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But please don't we're not. I can't do anything here. Okay, we're helping. Hold on.
Oh, this is so up. This is actually up, chat.
Right? See that? Okay, I got you. Okay. All right, push it up. I'm gonna have to get behind it a little bit. Okay, so this is what we need to do.
Like, bro. By the way, I'm not laughing at he's on the floor. I was laughing because there's a grown-ass woman that said, oh, thank God you guys are here. Someone got trying to kick down my door. There's no way this is real.
What's the
There's no way.
Assault.
broke into somebody's house.
Felony trespass, assault.
How long ago?
June 19th. June 19th, 15th, 9th, one of those.
How long you been paralyzed?
25 years.
Okay. Make a phone call to me. Let's
Okay.
get him sitting up right.
W
so
cop.
police went into the back, and they have a little issue here. We got a guy who's obviously in a wheelchair, paraplegic, can't walk. Matter of fact, he can barely sit up. And we have a report of him kicking in a door, chasing a woman down, and choking
I'm coming.
her out. Something doesn't seem right. So this other officer challenges the arresting officer's mentality about this whole
W, a lot of cops don't do this, bro. Or at least that I've seen on like all the viral clips. So I'm sure a lot of cops do. But from the videos that I've seen, a lot of cops will just let someone wild out and then deal with it later, bro. So this is a W cop for actually talking.
thing. Are you an idiot? Because obviously this guy can't kick down any doors.
Needs to do some backdrop.
So I was like, man, I don't know if this is true or not, and I can't ascertain that right now.
So, might need to call the district attorney's office. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in. He didn't kick it in.
Well, she didn't say kicked in. She said, well, I can't recall if it was kicked in.
No, she definitely did say kick in. She for sure said that.
Because all I remember I wrote was that forced entry was made.
Flashback.
Even the cops laughing because this is crazy.
What happened? He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out.
Well, he's like, I ran. He started rolling after me. Like, what?
Tried to get the keys from my hand of my truck.
Some ain't adding up.
So if it was kicked in, and he has indeed been paralyzed since he was 19 years old, that would be kind of hard.
Because I'm looking at his legs. I got a couple of relatives that are quadriplegics. That what we see with his lower extremities ain't for play.
Okay.
That's legit.
W cop, man.
And if he was born in 82, that means he was shot in 2001. And he's been paralyzed since, 19 years.
Damn.
So now these two officers go to a supervisor to tell the supervisor that, hey, we got somebody here who obviously can't walk, he's a paraplegic, and he's being accused of kicking down the door and chasing a woman down. Now, we need you to help us out. Should we arrest this
Dude just
guy
wanna eat.
because he's clearly not able to have committed this crime?
This is crazy though. The fact that this could happen to anyone is
Don't mean to
wild.
interrupt your lunch. I'm stepping in, helping out a little bit. They got a quadriplegic guy up there.
I just told him about that.
Oh, he already got the rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's phony wash.
Yeah, but how could he?
And I just want to put it out there. He flopped out the wheelchair. I was like, can you raise your hands? 'Cause I'm trying to, you know, pat him down, make sure he doesn't have
He dove out.
anything. I don't know if the camera's going to catch it, but I got him by the tip of my fingers. And he just...
It's a ruse, man.
So-
I mean, it's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail. So
Yeah.
Oh my God, El Superior. This guy right here is the only guy with common sense right now.
But he is up from the waist below.
That is pretty... After actually seeing him, I agree. But then again, like I said, I don't know what happened between 9 months ago from now, and I don't know how much muscle mass you lose from not using your legs. So I don't know if, you know...
that's for the court to decide.
Yeah, yeah. Wife said he's been paralyzed for 19 years, so. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ready to declare him.
Yeah.
What a dickhead. Dude, cops are supposed to protect and serve, right? Like, what are we doing here? El Superior.
So the supervisor's a dummy too. He should at least have gone out to look at the guy to say, hold on, this report makes no sense. How's he kicking in doors and chasing down women and he's in a wheelchair? He can't move. Like, what's going on? But they go and arrest him anyway.
Like what's happened to me?
I got you.
You know?
Right. So, if you need this information. So I just spoke to LT and Major. Unfortunately, I still have to take him because it's a felony warrant. Now, I don't know
There's no
what's
proof.
happening between you and this young lady, whatever you guys had.
He doesn't even know her.
That's not...
Yeah, I understand that.
So, if she made a false report, that's going to be on her. Obviously, like I said, I explained, I noticed her condition.
If you make a false report, do you go to jail as well, Chet? How does this work? Like if someone were to call the cops and say that you got assaulted or whatever, you do go to jail for how long? It should be the same amount of sentence, like the same sentence, no? I'm not sure. Yes, it's a felony. Oh, okay, heard you.
I see it, but I have to do my due diligence. It's a warrant out. I have to go ahead and take you in. So now that's going to be up to you and the courts and your lawyers and her and that
What? Like
to establish your innocence until proven guilty. So at this point, she says you kicked down her door. It don't look like you could kick anything. No offense.
Oh my God, fire this cop, please.
At this point in time, so that's why I told you earlier. If you have documentation that you were shot at 19, that you've been to Grady, that you
I do. I can provide it in 10 minutes from now.
So, give me
I
one
mean, I
second.
can just call my doctor, right? I mean, like,
I need paper. If it ain't on paper, it don't happen.
I mean, you can call the DMV and see that I've needed mechanical aids on my license for the past 25 years.
Yep.
You can call, we can drive to Grady right now.
Give me 1 second. Let me, actually, yeah. Give me 1
I
second.
can show you my handicap placard that I got 15 years ago.
Give me 1
This is
second.
crazy. This is crazy.
So you got that right. The cop has now got to go back to talk to the major because he said, you got to prove your innocence. And the guy's like, I can prove it. A handicap placard, my DMV license. Hell, we can call my doctor. He can send the paperwork over. I am innocent. I've been in this wheelchair
You know, he dead wrong.
for...
I feel like the arresting cop is like, you know, like when you take it to like a certain spot, like of no return, you know what I mean? I feel like he's there where he doesn't want to walk it back because his ego, you know what I mean? But in this certain case, bro, he literally can't move his legs. You're arresting him for no reason. You're just going to cause more problems for the station, no? Like your precinct?
20 years.
About to get
now the
sued.
officer says, let me go talk to the major again.
I'm so sorry, last thing. He's saying that he can prove with paper documentation that he's been in a wheelchair for that long.
Okay, but you can still punch somebody in the wheelchair, right? I mean,
Oh my God! Please, the supervisor is, oh.
Mean that he didn't do what he was accused of, right?
The main thing, honestly and truly, is the forced entry part.
I think you're still covered under probable cause because.
No, you're not under probable cause. Also, she said he kicked in the door. If I remember correctly, the door comes out. Like, she swings the door out. If the door was kicked in, the door should be in, like, off the hinges. Like, if you're kicking in a door with force. Hold on, bro. The door, it comes out. It's not, oh, hey, that's dumb, bro. Get me out. What are we talking about? Zero proof.
The main thing, honestly and truly, is the forced entry part.
I think you're still covered under probable cause because
like, I don't know if I told you earlier, she gave a description of him, spelled out his name, and gave us his date of birth. So I'm like, unless she's just your mistress and she's just really that pissed off at you that she would go through all these lengths, it's no mistaken identity. It's
right.
There's plenty of people that know my name and can spell it. That doesn't mean I committed a crime. I feel like that's so much. What?
So
I mean, he couldn't have forced entry if he had a tool, or I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't think
there was no signs of forced entry at the.
Can't break a door down.
Right.
So yeah, the supervisor believes that they got enough to arrest this guy who can't walk. So that's what they do.
Yeah,
it's got to be rage bait for sure.
I have to take you today, sir.
Can I talk to whoever that guy was?
Bring your supervisor.
He can do, and he's the one that's telling me because you still have an active warrant, and that warrant isn't going anywhere. I've even went so far as to reach out to the district attorney and see if there's something that I could do, but they're not answering. So unfortunately, I had to take you. And
told me that I could provide documentation.
That's not a right here, right now matter. That's going to be a later on matter.
Can I talk to the judge? Can somebody like the judge
I'm trying to tell you, and even so, you're in a wheelchair that doesn't conclusively prove that you can't force entry into a home.
Bro, you using big words with big syllables. Like, what we talk? That don't mean you're right, sir. You are arresting someone in a wheelchair that physically they can't do the crimes that they're suspected of committing. It doesn't work like that.
Now, you've watched all that play out, but police then decided, hey, let's actually do a background check on the victim to see if she has any other incidents of filing false police reports.
Thank you.
This is what they found.
A year before Catherine claimed Charles assaulted her, the Noonan Police Department, about 30 miles away, arrested her for theft and forgery after allegedly filing a false police report claiming someone stole from her.
Oh,
so
my
now
God.
police are in some trouble. They have a man kicking down a door. They have the witness filing false police reports all over the place. So eventually they caught up with her and said, hey, what the hell's going on? Did this guy kick in your door? This is what she had to say.
According to this email obtained by Charles' attorney, Catherine wrote to a College Park police detective this week asking to change her statement, writing, "My mental state and physical trauma in that moment worked to confuse me. Please contact me at your convenience so I can edit the information in the report and clear the name of an innocent man."
What?
How's this impacted you?
Well, I haven't been able to leave my house in a meaningful way in 2 or 3 months, just out of fear that I'll be picked up for an arrest warrant.
Now, obviously, this police report was false. She gave his name, his birthday. She described him. So it wasn't like she was confused in that way. She was the person who assaulted me. But you would think with such a false report,
he got chapped lips,
that put this man through what looked to be hell, she would have been arrested for filing another false police report. But it didn't happen.
We reached out to Catherine Jensen. She also did not respond, but her mother says she now acknowledges Charles did not attack her. Catherine has not been charged in this case.
Lock that thug up! Get that little crackhead off the street!
Leave all women. They did, and you see what that got this wheelchair-bound man. So we have a situation.
It's not even a man versus woman thing, brother. It's just false accusations just all around. You're accusing someone of breaking in when they literally can't. It doesn't even matter.
So we have a situation where
Terrible
a guy
cops,
who
though.
was obviously innocent was forced to prove his innocence, or he would go to jail. And the woman eventually came clean and said, hey, I made a mistake. Now, my question to you, should this man sue the police department for all
Yes.
it's worth? I say yes. And number two, should this woman be charged? Now, my opinion is
100%
clear. I
yes.
think he should be paid millions of dollars for his pain and suffering, and I think this woman should go to jail for filing another false police report. Now, with that being
The
said,
fact that she has multiple false police reports, I mean, that speaks volumes, brother. Holy.
get like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. Tell me in the comment section how you feel. If you believe she should be charged, let me know. Or, better yet, how much money do you think he should be entitled to if he wins and sues? Don't forget, my name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Nate the Lawyer. W video, bro. W video.